Hello everyone. So this video will be me working on tackling my TBRs. So one of my goals for this year is to read through a lot of series and tackle my TBR. And those TBRs include my physical TBR, my saved posts on Instagram, Goodreads, and Storygraph. So I'll be trying to read a couple books each video and try to tackle it from one of those TBRs, and I think I'm just going to focus on a single one each video. But yeah, that's the goal. So for this video we're going to be tackling my physical TBR. I recently hauled some books, so I need to read and get that piled down. If you don't know this about me, one thing about me is that if I own something, I have to use it, utilize it in some type of way, especially if I spent my own money on it. That's just how my brain works. I'm not one of those people that can buy lots of books and have them on my shelves unread. That just makes me a little anxious, and it's like, oh my goodness, I've spent money on these, I need to get through them. It doesn't only apply to books. In my case, it applies to other things within my life. If I buy something, usually I need to use it to make it worth my while, or make like I didn't waste my money. Again, some people can buy books, put them on their shelves, not read them, and I wish I was one of those people that could have tons of books on her shelf. But for me, I need to have piles at a time, and right now my pile is kind of big, and the biggest it's ever been. But that's okay. That's what this whole goal is for. So I'll start each video, I guess, at least with my physical, and see how many books I have on my physical TBR. Currently, I have 23 books at the moment on my physical TBR, and we're just gonna be chipping away at that as it comes. But let's get started with the very first book. So, the very first book I am starting is Make You Save by Callie Mel, I believe. And if you can see, I literally already started this book and I'm almost done. I forget to turn on the camera and vlog when I'm reading or when I start a book a lot of times, so I'm so sorry. But I'm almost done this book, so I'm just gonna read until I finish, and then we'll pick my next book for this vlog. So Make Your Save is about a hockey player and a traveling nurse. So it is Rowan and Hadley. The way they know each other is they kind of grew up together, but she is his brother's ex-girlfriend. Now he finds himself with a child that was abandoned, and in order to prove that he can support his daughter, or like care for his daughter, he needs to look good to the courts. And since he's a hockey player, he does travel a lot. So one way to make that better is to have him in a committed relationship. So he asks Hadley to be his fake fiance so that he can gain custody of his daughter. And guys, I have been enjoying this book a lot. I started it last night, stayed up till about 1 a.m. reading it, didn't finish, and then read a little bit at work. But now we're going to be finishing this book. I'm literally so close to being done. I'm just going to film me finishing reading this. But I'm having a good time. I enjoy books with like a guardianship trope, if that's what they are. Where like you need to gain custody of someone and you're in a fake relationship, things like that. I enjoy books like that. So I have been having a good time with this. I really like Rowan. I really like Hadley. I've been having a good time. So I'm going to finish this, and then I'll give my final thoughts and my rating on this book. Okay, I finished Make Your Save. It was really good. It's more than a 3. I'm trying to see if it's a 4-star. I think it's pretty close to a 4. I might get it a 3.75 or a 4-star. I'm not 100% sure yet. I did really like it. It is a part of a series. I know. My goal is to start less series, but I didn't realize this was a series until I got it and was looking it up more. So this is a series, but I do want to continue the series because you get a glimpse of some other people. But that is the first book done in this vlog. Again, I'm going to try to be better at starting books and recording it and filming as soon as the video starts. So it is time to choose my next book. It'd probably be something from what I've most recently hauled, but let me take a look and see what I want to read next. Okay, so I picked my next book, and it's called Beneath the Sunshine by Smarlene S. Can we just look at the characters on the cover? Like, beautiful. They look gorgeous. But I believe this is another like guardianship type romance, marriage of convenience, and possibly like a second chance romance as well. So Riley, Queen del Sol, has spent years keeping her heart locked away, convinced love isn't meant for her, but when she takes a dream job in Paris, she never expects her new French billionaire boss to be the man she ghosted a year ago, the only man who ever made her want more. Ooh. Charming, rich, possessive. Lucien Kingley has everything: wealth, power, control, everything except her. So when the opportunity to bring her back into his life presents itself, he takes it, hiring her as his new marketing director. Lucien needs a wife to secure his CEO position before his 30th birthday. Riley needs a way to gain custody of her sister. A marriage convenience is the perfect solution, until the lines between business and desire start to blur. The longer they pretend, the more real it becomes. But when Lucien's secrets come to light, Riley is ready to walk away. Now he has to convince her to stay, because the only thing more important than his CEO role is her. Like, y'all, this one looked like a thick one. How many pages is this? Oh, goodness. Like 380. But yeah, I'm excited to read this. I believe this is my first from this author. I've never really heard of her before. I think I got this recommendation for this book from Shaughnessy, and when she described it, I was like, that seems like something I would love. So I'm excited to read this. I probably will not start it right now, but maybe I can start a little bit tonight and get into tomorrow with reading this book. But I'm excited. This is the next one and second off my TBR. Hello all. So I'm just going to give you an update of Beneath the Sky because I have started it. I'm not very far at all, but I had to go to work and I read a little bit at work, and I'm going to try to read a little bit today and see how much I can get to, but I just have a busy rest of the day. But so Beneath the Sky, I read you the so basically she gets a new job in Paris, doesn't realize this guy that she ghosted and met before is the guy that hired her, and because he's like wants to see her again. So I'm reading this and I feel like usually I would eat something like this up. It's like, oh my goodness, that's so romantic. He like wants to see her. He like felt so much for her so bad. He's like overpaying her for a job, sending her to Paris so that she can be closer to him, and like got her this really nice place, has a driver picking her up and taking her places. And she even mentioned it's like, it's kind of weird that my boss is like doing all this. Like, does he want me to be his like sugar baby? All this stuff, like, ha ha ha. But I'm reading this and I was like, this is a little weird that he's doing this. And I'm like, it's kind of creepy. Again, this is a romance. This is fictional world. But I don't know. I couldn't get that out of my head when I started reading this. And I think one reason is because I don't know their backstory. We don't know what happened when they first met, like if the connection was on both sides or how it was. There is like little bits and pieces kind of that were like dropped, saying she's like when she gets to Paris, she's like, oh, I might run into him again. He's like, I don't know if my heart, like, you know, if she can handle it, or it's like, I know I have to see him eventually, or like I might bump into him eventually. And it doesn't seem like a place of like bad feelings. It just is like, oh, you know, like I might bump into him again and stuff like that. Again, I'm just starting the story, and and from his perspective, he's like, you know, no other woman has made me felt like her. Like, that's his whole reason he's doing this. Like, he's acting not like himself because he felt so much for this woman. And again, don't know how long they spent together, what type of connection they even had, like, what happened, because we have not learned what happened when they first met. We just know they've met before, and he wants her in his life, so he's bringing her to Paris. But she just doesn't know it's him yet. So, yeah, that's where I am. And I think just because I don't know the backstory of them, I'm like, okay, let's see where this goes. I think everything will be fine and dandy, and I'm going to end up loving this book. But right now, I'm just like, that dude, like, come on. If someone ghosted you in real life, that really means, like, nah. But again, I don't know how it happened, how she left, how they left things. Was it kind of open-ended? Like, if she could stay, she would. I don't know. So we're going to see. But off the bat, I'm just like, dude. I just need to see it, I think, reciprocated, and I think okay with, you know, I just need to see how this story unfolds. But I hope it unfolds like I want it to, and it's a great story. But yeah, that's where I am with Beneath the Sunshine. I did get up this morning around 5 a.m. and go to the gym. So proud of myself. I have never seen so many people at the gym at 5 a.m. Like, where did they come from? For real. I'm like, there should not be this many people in the gym at 5 a.m. No, absolutely not. I was upset. I was like, why are all y'all here? And I'm like, I know I'm here, but like, I started going to the gym last year in December, November. I started going at 5 a.m. And I'm just, you know, I fell off for a couple weeks, but now I'm back. But I was just like, what are y'all doing here? Because y'all were not here last year around December. Anyway, I was just, I feel like I'm just not, I don't like working out in front of a lot of people. And I want to try new things at the gym, but I'm nervous. And I don't want to look stupid. Like, it shouldn't look stupid when you're trying something out for the first time. But so I stay to my thing. So when it's like less empty, then I'll like try something different. But there's just so many people there. I was like, But yeah, I ended up going to the gym. So I'm very happy and proud of myself that I actually did that. And hoping that I keep that up consistently. But yeah, I'm going to try to get more into this and give you guys an update when I get a little bit farther in this book. Hello all. So I am, I think, like slightly over halfway up Beneath the Sun, and I am enjoying it. There is kind of like a second timeline, or like a second love story in here. So I was a little confused when the book started because it says something about an oasis, and like the oasis is like a place. And it's this place where I guess soulmates come or something. And if you're drawn here, like you're soulmates with someone. Something like that during this book, as the same as this main one about two people who are meeting and kind of falling for each other. But it seems like they're from two different type of two type of backgrounds financially. And maybe their union would not be looked upon in a great way, and it looks like they're trying to fight those feelings because I guess they know about their status in the world, but it's really hard, and they keep meeting at this place called the Oasis. And from the beginning, we know the Oasis is where soulmates come. So we're reading that story, but you know how I hated dual timeline, but I think I'm okay with, like, it's an okay story. Like, it's not like it's capturing me more than the main one, but I don't mind it because it's interesting enough, and it's not like the same exact couple, I think, because it's not like a past and a present of the same couple, but we don't know who this other couple is at the moment. We just see little glimpses, and I like how it's not so much of their story, like one chapter every couple times throughout this book. So it's not like it's like one chapter the main one chapter the past. I think that's another reason why I don't mind it, and I'm still enjoying the main story, because it's a different couple, and because it's not very constant throughout the book. So yeah, I'm over halfway. I'm enjoying it. Still have a while to go, so we'll see. But yeah, it's getting better with Luke. I was like a little hesitant, like I'm hoping this will go the way I think, but Luke really cares about Riley, and he doesn't want to pressure do anything that she doesn't want to do, and he really, really cares about her. Riley, I feel for her, like she has these walls and, you know, things she's been told since she was very, very young, and these walls have just been building higher and higher, and she's doing it to protect herself because she doesn't want to get hurt from words that have been told to her and from past experiences. So Riley's going through a lot, and I'm like how Luke is always there for her, and he kind of can read her a bit. He doesn't know everything going on with Riley or what she's been through, but I really like Luke for her and how he just wants to spoil her, and she's like, what are you doing? He's like, you're mine, like I want to spoil you, I just want to take care of you. And this is very new for her, like she kind of doesn't believe it, but I really like it. So yeah, I'm going to continue Beneath the Sunshine. I've had other things prioritizing, so hopefully I can make a chunk in this today and continue on this book. So I finished reading Beneath the Sunshine by Smartaline S. And I would say it was a good book, but for me it was just like a decent read. It was okay. I didn't love it. I was really excited for this. I love A Marriage Convenience, but for me it just didn't quite hit like I wanted it to. Typically for me, like any type of marriage convenience story, I really like the ones where they have to like prove they're married even though they don't really know each other, they're not really a couple and they're like faking it in front of people. So I enjoyed those types. Or I enjoy the types where their marriage convenience, they never really had any romantic relationship before, and they have to get in this marriage convenience just for like looks and like appearances. So I don't know, that's what I prefer in a marriage convenience. Like that little bit of like build up to when they finally realize, oh, we actually like each other. Oh, like they finally build up to that when they finally admit their feelings or some type of connection. And for me, at least in this, there wasn't that build up. There wasn't really a lot of faking. There was maybe like one scene when he introduced her to his family, and they were kind of like, oh, you know, this is her story, whatever, this, that, and other thing. There wasn't a lot of build up. I would have liked if like if he had like a work dinner or work function he had to go to, and they had to be like all lovey-dovey over each other, and she was like hesitant but like faked it for that, you know, faked it in front of everyone. So I don't know, I just want a little bit more of that. I feel like we knew how he felt. He felt very passionate about her, and she was like, oh, I don't know. So I don't know, I just would have preferred that there was more of a build up, more of a little bit of like convincing people like, oh, we actually like each other, we're actually getting married because of love and all this, that, and other thing. So I just wish there was more of that. And because there wasn't more of that, it just felt like, I don't know, I wasn't really waiting for anything to happen. Again, these characters going through a lot and have to deal with a lot, so maybe, and it focused a lot on that too, which I'm glad we got to see a look behind these people and what they're dealing with and what was keeping them from being fully together. So maybe because he spent more time on that, there was less for that build up in the relationship. But like, this book is like over 350 pages, so it's a pretty thick book. So I don't know, I'm just a little disappointed. I wanted to like it more. I just didn't love it. Again, I think there are people that will love how this book is written. And so if you like A Marriage Convenience, where a billionaire man is down bad for this girl, then this is for you. And it's also like a second chance romance because they met before. So maybe if it wasn't a marriage of convenience within the storyline, maybe I would have liked it a little bit more if it was just like, oh, typical workplace romance, second chance romance. Because I've read other things like this before, just not with the marriage convenience part, and really like them. I just think for a marriage convenience story, what I prefer is not how this one was written. So yeah, just a little disappointed, but again, there are people that would love this book. I just wasn't one of them. Yeah, so, but it's a billionaire man, loves this girl so much. He will do anything for her. even though she's like, I'm not sure if like, you know, she's kind of scared to fully put herself in this relationship. And he's like, I'll wait. I'll wait. Love that. But yeah, he was a really great guy. So I think I would rate this a 3, but for me it's a low 3, unfortunately. But that's okay. Every book is not a winner, and every book is not for everyone. I'm glad I read it. This is a part of a series. I'm not sure if I will continue or read the other book in the series or not. I'm still deciding. But yeah, so that's the second book from my physical TBR. But let's move on to the next. Okay, so the next book I'm picking up for my physical TBR is Scarlet and the Kiss Thief. So this is a recent purchase as well. I don't remember who I saw this and recommended this. It was I believe it was on BookTube. Someone was talking about it. I honestly can't remember who I saw recommended this, but I had never heard about this book ever. And it was Scarlet and the Kiss Thief, and basically she's never been kissed, she's saving her kiss, and then someone kind of like pulls her in a dark closet and kisses her, and I guess it's like a great, you know, great kiss, but she's like, who kissed me? Who stole my first kiss from me? Things like that. So, I don't know, the person who said they read it said it was really good. I'm interested to read it. It sounds kind of interesting and good. So today's Saturday. I have a lot of editing to do, so we will see if I get to this. I really want to finish this by Sunday night, and just like finish up this little vlog. Finish up this video, because I'm pretty busy next week and I don't think I'll have a lot of time for reading, so I'm hoping I can get to this and finish this by Sunday, so we will see. But yeah, I think that's it. But I'll come back to you when I have updates on this book. Okay, so I finally finished Scarlet and the Kiss Thief. I meant to update you guys before I finished this book, but I just could not put it down. I just kept wanting to know what was going to happen, who this Kiss Thief was. So, this is by Ivy Smoke. So basically, in this book, Scarlet, she has this friend group. Apologies, my battery just died. Anyway, so Scarlet and Kiss Thief. So it's about a group of 4 of them. There is they're like all best friends, all grew up together. Their parents are friends. So I believe from just reading this book, it seems like this is a spin-off of their parents. So there's a group of their parents and they all had kids, and these 4 kids all are in the same grade, grew up together, and they all go to the same school, and Scarlet is a part of this group. So there's Scarlet and Sophie, and then there's Axel and Jacob. So Axel and Jacob usually hang out more together, and then Scarlet and Sophie, but they all are a group of friends. They've always hung out together. So Scarlet has had a huge crush on Axel like her entire life, and she's been saving her first kiss for Axel, even though he's like a very popular guy. Throughout the school, has had girlfriends before. She wanted her first kiss to be with him. Turns out that someone ends up stealing her first kiss, so she gets pulled into this dark closet, starts making out with this guy, and she thinks he's someone else, and it turns out she's not sure if it's that person, and this Kiss Thief stole her first kiss, and she's like, oh my god, that's such a great kiss, blah blah, thought it was someone else, but now she's like, I'm not sure who I even kissed. And then this person starts texting her, and she doesn't have their number saved, so she's not sure who it is, saying like, I want to steal all your firsts and all your kisses and stuff. I'm like, how you been thinking about me? Just like sending her texts here and there. And she's like, who's this person? So throughout the book, she is trying to figure out who this person is that stole her first kiss. And to her, it was like amazing first kiss. And it's like they've been wanting to kiss me their entire life or for so long. And she wants to find that person. So throughout the book, her and Sophie's the only one that knows, so her and Sophie are trying to figure out who it is. The only thing they know is that it's someone possibly, more than likely, on the football team. So they're trying to figure out who's on the football team, and the 2 people who are also on the football team are Jacob and Axel. So there's a lot of things going on, and I guess some love triangles, some drama. Oh my goodness. And I'm not typically a love triangle girly, but there was one I was rooting for more than the other, let's just say. So yeah, we're going through this and we're doing this book, and I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna find this out. This Ivy Smoke, why did you do this to me? Left me on a cliffhanger, so we don't know who the kiss thief. We don't know who the kiss thief is. And there's another book. I am so upset. I am like, why? Again, one of my goals this year was to not read as many series. And y'all, if you see the books I read in this video, I believe each one of them is a part of a series. And I didn't realize all of them were. I thought maybe one. Especially didn't think this was a series. I thought this was a standalone. But yeah, I liked this book. I liked this book a lot. Couldn't put it down. I was like, I'm itching to read the next one ASAP. I'm not gonna lie, Scarlet got on my nerves. Scarlet Death got on my nerves. Again, this is a high school romance book. It's not adult. But like, so the four of them, they're like all kind of popular. I don't know if Scarlet doesn't believe she's popular. She believes she's just adjacent to her friends. Like, since she knows them, like, of course, like, she's, I guess, popular adjacent, but she doesn't feel popular. Hasn't always had the best high school experience. But it's like all her friends and even her little brother, they like all know things about the school and stuff, and she is just so naive. And I'm like, girl, come on, get it together. I was like, and Sophie is like the complete opposite of Scarlet. And I'm just like, I'm like, Scarlet, come on, you can't be this naive. You must have picked up a thing or two or know something, girl. So Scarlet was annoying me a little bit, and I was like, girl, you're getting on my nerves. Get on my nerves. So that was annoying me a little bit, but again, I could not put this book down. And you know how I am. I'm not the biggest fan of a love triangle, and I didn't. Okay, this might be spoilery, so I'm going to talk a little bit about this book. And if you don't want to know, then it's fine. So, love triangle is basically between her, Axel, and Jacob. Everybody basically knows that Scarlet has had a crush on Axel for forever. I guess everyone knows except Axel, but I feel like he kind of does know. I don't know, from reading the book. But and so this year she's like, this is gonna be my year. I'm gonna get him to like me and all this stuff. And it doesn't really go as planned. So she tries to pivot her plan to make him jealous by using Jacob. Turns out when she's with Jake, she's trying to make him jealous by using Jacob. But then she's like, actually, I've never really looked this way at Jacob, or never even. It's always been Axel in my head. But when she starts to like flirt with Jacob and get to know him better, she's like, maybe I do kind of like Jacob. And so now she's kind of in this love triangle. It's like trying to process her feelings for each person. Because now she's like, Axel, like even after this whole transformation, she's trying this new me, new her in this senior year. She's like, after this, I feel like he still doesn't see me how I want him to see me. He doesn't like me how I like him. And I'm like, I just need to give up on this man. And I was like, girl, yes, give up on Axel. Because Axel, getting on her. If in this second book she chooses Axel, I'm done. Ivy Smoke, I'm done. I'm done. So I was getting so fed up with him. Because I'm like, how are you going to be so possessive and like she can't be with anyone, she's off limits, and then treat this girl this way? You know what I mean? Like, if you really know how she feels about you and you're still like preventing people from going out with her or like getting to know her better, and you're like telling everyone to stay away from her, it's like, no, stop. And he's like, when she goes to the party, you shouldn't be here. Why are you could get grounded, blah, blah. I want you to come to my first game. I'm just like, Axel, get out my face. And she's always had this crush on him, this soft spot for him. So when he gives her like a crumb, she's like, oh my goodness, Axel. But then I'm like, I see Jacob, and he's always liked her, but he's never really pushed the boundary until she kind of pushed it first. She started flirting with him first. And maybe he always kind of liked her and maybe showed her signs, and she just never noticed because she was Axel focused. But like now she's kind of giving Jacob more of a chance, and he just seems so nice, so sweet. He cares about her, cares about things she likes. He's like, I don't like this animal as much as you, but I hung out at the zoo with you at this place because I knew you liked them. And she's like, no, I thought you liked them too. He's like, no, I liked you, and I knew you liked them, so I will hang out. And I was like, that's so sweet. And then we have Axel over here being a jerk. Like, I'm done. it was a little weird that when Scarlet, so to find the kiss thief, she does kiss a lot of people. And I did want Jacob to be a little bit more jealous or angry, so we didn't really get to see that of him. Like, Axel is like the angry, oh my goodness, get away from me, person, possessive. He's like, he acts like she's his when he doesn't treat her right. I think he's not treating her right. She's all this stuff. But Jacob, it doesn't look like he gets as upset. So I'm just like, Jacob, this girl you like is kissing other boys. Come on. Anyway, that was a huge rant. I'm so sorry. But yeah, finished Scarlet and the Kiss Thief, the last book of this video. And guys, I think my next book I'm going to buy might be the second one, because I need to know what happens immediately. Because by the end of it, we still don't know who the Kiss Thief is. We left on a cliffhanger. And I was like, because like I was like this far, like this many. I was like, oh wow, we're getting pretty close. This has to be the Kiss Thief, right? And she's like, this is not the Kiss Thief. And I was like, a whole book and I don't even get a reveal? Now I gotta read a whole second book. I'm annoyed. But yeah, I actually highly recommend this. I had a really good time. I couldn't put it down. I really couldn't. It's a high school romance, so it's not adult. There's not really a lot of steamy scenes. But it is, there are other characters, I guess, if you read their parents' love stories, and their names are mentioned in here. So there are a lot of characters that aren't fully introduced. So I guess I have to read their story, which now I want to because I enjoyed this one so much. But yeah, this was to me really good book. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Could not put it down. I think because it had that extra element of trying to figure out this like mystery, or who this mystery person is for Scarlet, and like who, because she's given her whole heart to Axel, and I guess it feels like this person wanted her as much as she wanted Axel, and so I kind of want to figure out who this person is. And if it's Axel, I'm going to be very upset. When I tell you, I do not want her with this man. I don't want her with this man. Okay, I'm done. Okay, I gotta stop. Okay, so these are the 3 books we read in this video. And all of these are for my physical TBR. And again, read 3 books for my physical TBR. I feel like it's not getting any lower, even though I read these 3 books. Just because I had a couple books I bought and came in, and I might need to slow down on the buying. I know if you saw my last video, I was like, I'm only going to buy 1 book a week instead of like mass buying books every once in a while. But y'all, my TBR is getting bigger and bigger, and I feel like I'm not reading fast enough. Anyway, I read this one, Make You Save, and then my next one was Beneath the Sunshine, and then this last one was Scarlet and the Kiss Thief. I would say rating them, Kiss Thief was my favorite read for this video, then Make You Save, and then Beneath the Sun. Beneath the Sun was good. it wasn't my type. It was one I was looking for in a marriage convenience read. So yeah, I'm definitely continuing in this. These all happen to be a part of series. And again, my goal is to start less series, and look at me. Not sticking to that goal. So we're going to try to not read as many or start new series in this. Read more standalones. I need to be reading more standalones or continuing series. That's what I got to do. But anyway, I'm definitely going to be continuing this one. I need to know who this Kiss Thief is. I really think I want to continue and Make You Save. I did like the other characters in this. And I think this is like the 3rd book in the series. So I want to read from some of the other characters' point of view. Beneath the Sunshine. I don't know if I want to continue in this series. I just didn't love it enough that I would like feel the need to pick up the next book. There are some other books by this author I would love to check out when I was reading it, because I think the story is good. I just think there are elements I didn't love. Okay, that's all for this video from reading from my physical TBR. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I definitely need to continue doing this, and hopefully I can continue to read from more books without starting any more new series in the future. But until next time, bye!